Workplace harassment, a form of violence that occurs through a series of events aimed at intimidating, excluding, overshadowing, intimidating, or emotionally or intellectually consuming the victim, causing physical, psychological, economic, or professional harm. It can occur horizontally, vertically upwards, or vertically downwards, either within the workplace or outside of it, as long as it is linked to the employment relationship. Sexual harassment, a form of sexually oriented violence in which, although there may not be a hierarchical subordination of the victim to the aggressor, and it may even be perpetrated by someone of lower hierarchical level towards someone of higher level or position, there is an abusive exercise of power by the perpetrator. It can take place between public servants and from them towards private individuals and is expressed in verbal or factual, physical or visual behaviors, regardless of whether it occurs in one or multiple events. Acting under conflict of interest, it is the intervention carried out by a public servant by reason of their employment, position, or assignment in any form, in the attention, processing, or resolution of matters in which they have a conflict of interest or legal impediment. Republican austerity, a Republican and state political behavior that public entities as well as the legislative and judicial powers, state productive enterprises and their subsidiary companies, and autonomous constitutional bodies are obliged to adhere to in accordance with their legal order, to combat social inequality, corruption, greed, and the squandering of national assets and resources, managing resources with efficiency, effectiveness, economy, transparency, and honesty to satisfy the objectives for which they are intended. Commitment letter, it is the instrument through which the public servant expresses their willingness to adhere to the principles, values, and integrity rules contained in the Code of Conduct, and to perform the public service entrusted to them, with strict observance of the same. Code of Conduct, Code of Conduct of the SEP, an instrument issued by the head of the SEP upon proposal of the respective Ethics and Conflict of Interest Prevention Committee, subject to approval by the OIC. Code of Ethics, Code of Ethics of the Federal Public Administration, a deontological instrument issued by the Ministry of Public Function that governs all individuals holding a job, position, or commission in the dependencies and entities of the Federal Public Administration, including personnel performing social service, professional internships, or other individuals not designated as public servants, published in the DOF on February 8, 2022.